He said he blew Kaido's shit back. Hey, yo.
Look, see them hating ass niggas talking, tell them niggas stop it. Move back, baby, run down Texas. Off the Berkey, boy, I'm dangerous. I'm in a double R, shit look like a spaceship. Everything is up there, so the folks of my man.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacted Show. I'm your host, Feeq or Feeq, with my co-host, my other host.
Co-host Dana Dane in the building. Man. I don't think you understand how much I've missed saying it. It's like I've had the itch to like say that shit. Like I was a fucking crackhead or something. But
you had the sweats.
Yeah, I had the damn redacted sweats. It's good to be back. It's good to be back in this setting. We missed talking to you guys. You know, we had to take a little hiatus. I mean, we didn't have to. It just happened, but
yeah, it just happened naturally.
Yeah, you know, that's okay. But you know, we back at it. We'll come back, get it grooving. You know, a lot of stuff has happened in our absence in terms of shows starting, rumors, speculating, a little bit of them that we'll kind of get into in the show, and movies that have come out that we've both watched, and we might do. We'll probably do like a little review on them. If you want a full episode review, then just let us know. If not, that's perfectly fine. There's other stuff that'll come out.
We're still gonna do it.
Basically. But just go ahead and go into some housekeeping items. You know, just kind of talk about what we've been doing so far in our personal lives. We wanted to get personal or not.
Personal.
But, you want to tell the people how you've been living?
Nah, bro. Fuck them.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. Shoot, outside of work, you know, we always say working out. Still doing that. Yeah. Went on a trip to Canada for just cause it was like a spur of the moment thing. I said, I'm gonna go to Canada, go talk to the jolly old people there. Man, you know what's crazy? I think I told you this, or maybe I didn't. I thought I told some other people. They don't jaywalk. You
did tell me that.
Because let me tell you, it was a point when I was there and I was walking on the street, and you know, here you see an open road. There's no car coming. It don't matter if it's red or green. You gonna walk. Like I'm gonna walk, bro.
Niggas gonna cut through that street.
I walked up to the street. And I stepped out. I was like, oh, I don't see a car, and nobody else moved. I said, oh, I backed up.
They was waiting on your black ass. You was about to get tackled. As soon as you put your foot on that street, you would have saw 4 SWAT teams coming. You would have got swatted in that moment.
Yeah, man. I backed up. I said, oh, y'all really don't do this. Okay. I think the whole time I was there, I only saw like maybe 5 people jaywalk. And I know 2 of them was at least Americans because they looked the way they sounded. I said, nah, you're American. You're not from here.
So that brings to a question. Or do Canadians talk different, or is like the area you were at, is it like so diverse that there's not really a real accent? Because, you know, we have people like Drake and even other people in the NBA like Shea Gildress and even Dylan Burks. Brickhead ass, but like, is there really a Canadian accent, or are they just like regular people that just live in a whole other country?
It was a mix. So it was some people I definitely heard like an accent, and I was like, yeah, this ain't nothing I heard before. And then it was definitely some regular like almost New Yorkish, northerner style accents. So it was kind of a mix of both. I will say it was definitely like a melting pot type place because a lot of people there was like, there was a lot of minorities there. When I saw the white people there, they didn't give me no looks. So I was like, oh, okay. Y'all really are comfortable around niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really the main thing I've been doing since I left. I said left.
How much Drake did you hear up there?
Man, That is their messiah. It gotta be, because I went to this one like lounge or whatever. They played a Drake song. I said, okay. And they start playing like 2010 hits of like rap music. I said, hey yo, there's nothing current being played. And then they went on to play like 30 minutes of Drake. I said, bro, y'all really love this man. I said, oh my God. It was just every Drake song you could think of, they was playing. And it was at one other place. It was supposed to be like a Caribbean style or like black club. I don't know. But we went in there and they was playing Drake a lot. And then they played J. Cole. I said, I ain't never heard J. Cole in the club. I ain't never heard Cole in the club, bro. I looked around. I said, what is going on? Nah, but so if you want to go to Toronto, that's where I went. If you go to Toronto, I think go there for like sightseeing more so than if you try to go for like nightlife stuff. Because I was mainly sightseeing and just going random places.
Yeah, I definitely want to travel out the country, but a nigga does not have a passport yet, which is unfortunate. But I will get one.
Yeah, you need one.
Yeah, I do. But basically, what that told me is Ijoma would love that place because she's a huge Drake stan. It's ridiculous. But that's good. That's good. You know. In terms of, well, I don't know if we were done, but
oh yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. That's the main stuff I've done outside of work. So
well, for me, you know, haven't really been doing too much. Obviously, like you said, work. You know, been going to the gym more. You know, trying to, get on my Jonathan Majors.
okay.
Get on my Diamond Dame. I know that's a triggering name right now, but I don't care. Yeah, just trying to, get on my Jonathan Major, Shannon Sharp mode.
Mm-hmm.
But the amount of times, like, and I tell you this, and like, tell my LBs, like, the amount of times niggas will come up to me in the gym and ask me, like, oh, you play ball? You play football? No, I didn't play football. I haven't touched a football. I haven't touched a legalized. I haven't sat on a grass to play legalized. I mean, not legalized, like
organized.
What's the word? Organized. Thank you. Organized football since middle school. I don't count flag football like in terms of organized tackle football. I've not played that since middle school, and the last football oriented thing I did was in sophomore year of redacted university, and I stunk. And I didn't like football to begin with because I didn't like getting hit. Which is why I stopped in 8th grade. I'm like, damn. I just remember in 8th grade, like, first of all, I never got the ball, so I never scored a touchdown. And I remember this like it was yesterday. It was a play in like my 8th grade. It was during 8th grade. I was on the B team.
Yeah.
And I was on defense. I was a safety. And the quarterback threw interception. I was right there. The ball was damn near about to touch my hand. One of my teammates came out of nowhere, basically mossed me, and he basically grabbed the interception from my hands. I'm like, oh shit. Well, I'm running after him. The nigga in front of me got tackled and then fumbled the ball. They got the ball back.
Damn.
And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Then the one time, and this is the same season, it's a different game. The one time the quarterback was about to throw the ball to me, the nigga got sacked. I'm like, I'm just not destined to play this sport. I'm just not destined for it.
Nah, so I remember one time when we was playing in middle school. Well, first off, middle school, I was very short. I was small. I was skinny as shit too. But they had me, but I was fast, so they had me play running back. Nigga, it was one play. What was that? 7th grade? I think it was 7th grade. We did a sweep. We did a sweep to the left, and so I catch it in stride, and I just shoot up the field running. Nigga, when I stepped my foot right at the goal line to get a touchdown, a missile came out of nowhere. I don't know where this nigga came from. This nigga dove at my fucking kneecap. I did a cartwheel into the fucking air. Nigga, I still scored. But nigga, I blacked out for like 3 seconds. And I just remember my teammate picked me up and said, "Let's fucking go." I was like, where the fuck am I? I was like, where the fuck am I?
Oh my gosh.
Bro, I legit lifted out the air. Nah,
that just
that
made me
shit
think
was
like
crazy.
just how like because I was thinking about it the other day because my commute to work is like I passed by a middle school and I saw like the school practice in the morning for their football team and I saw their jerseys. I just remember thinking like we used to wear them Russell ass like damn near chain link jerseys
Bro,
for the practice and the game.
we wore them ugly
In the game. So I'm like, they wear that shit just for practice. Y'all wearing that shit for the practice and the games. I don't think them jerseys changed. Well, I know they were the same when I played in middle school, and then in high school, obviously the varsity got all the good shit, but I didn't care because I wasn't in the sport. But it's just like, it's just crazy to think that people were really playing with that kind of shit back in the day.
Bro, fucking shoulder pads was oversized. Now you used to look at fucking high school and college and NFL shoulder pads are like tight. Back in the day, them shoulder pad, boy, that was arm.
Sometimes
That
a
shit
bust
was
out of your legs.
huge.
They're huge. That and then I used to feel bad for like the linemen because they would always get like the gankiest helmets, like the oldest helmets, and I'm talking like fucking 1970 type helmets.
They got the leather heads.
No, but yeah. So just been in terms of back to working out, been losing some weight. Started at my heaviest was 250. Like my heaviest was 253, and now I fluctuate between like 241 and 243. So I'm in that range.
Okay.
So hopefully getting in the 230s. The ultimate goal was 200 pounds. Trying to get to 200 pounds and just maintaining that. But I'm just thinking like, damn, if I look like this at 250, me at 200 is gonna be insane. Like I'm scared to be who that's gonna be.
We're gonna be a solid muscle.
You walk around looking like Debo Samuel.
Now you know the thumb thumbs of my kids. That's what you gonna look like.
All right then. But work's been good. Kansas has been good. My girlfriend Ijoma, she came up here last weekend to come visit me, and that was really good. That's probably like my best 3 days up here. Well, it was 4 days. The best 4 days up here so far. We had a lot of fun. We got to go to the aquarium up here, and the aquarium had a Legoland connected to it. I didn't know the Legoland was right next to it. Otherwise, we would have went there too. And I didn't even realize we had time to go that Friday when she came down. But the aquarium was so nice. Even before that, we got to cook her some breakfast. And after that, went to this like paint and sip. Although I forgot we could bring like alcohol, so she was kind of mad. And then we were like the only people there that didn't have no wine or shit to drink.
Oh, they didn't provide it.
Nah, it was bring your own
BO bottle.
Yeah. So I definitely got the cold shoulder for that. But we made a good painting. I actually got the painting right here, actually, but it was like a couple date night red moon. So this was my side. And if you go on my IG at DC_180 at DCG_180, it is. But you can see Ijoma's other side. So we got to do that together. That was really fun. And then Saturday, we went to brunch and then went wine tasting. That was the first time I ever going wine tasting, so that was fun. And then we got to keep like these like miniature wine glasses.
Yeah.
And they had like these like wine slushies, like almost like wine flavored daiquiris. And I got one for I got to taste it. That shit is dangerous. That shit is dangerously good. But yeah, so after that, well, Friday we got to exchange some gifts. So I got her like a few charms from James Avery. Makeup, guys, makeup is not cheap, and I didn't realize that. I didn't realize how expensive that shit is until I had to buy some,
Yeah.
and that shit was almost $300. But I did it because I wanted to. But I'm just so blessed to have the job I have right now. But yeah, outside of that, got her some charms, some clothes. So that Saturday we went to get the charm started on. But she got me a record player, which is right here next to me, and she got me the vinyl for my favorite album of all time, Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. Man, when I saw that shit, I was like, man, I damn near cried. No, man, but that was a pretty good gift. And Saturday we got to go out to this like bar hopping. She got to meet some of my coworker friends, and then went to this African hookah lounge. And yeah, Sunday we just got to chill, and that was it. But so that was something that happened recently that was really fun for me up here in the great state of Kansas.
Okay. So, oh my goodness, I almost just died. Fuck. Wait, out there in Kansas. So, what's some 'cause I know we haven't done it in a while. What's some like current watches you on?
So I watch a lot of different stuff. In terms of like anime wise, been catching up on Hell's Paradise. Been
Gas.
watching that. That's been gas. Gabi Maru is Himothy. That nigga is Himmy Butler, goddamn.
That
But
nigga
when
is
because I'm at the part
cold.
where he fought the giant, and that giant was something crazy. And I was kind of nervous about Sagiri because they kind of showed her as like this cold executioner. Because basically the premise, well, like kind of how the premise of the show was without spoiling it, they have these criminals go to this island to find this elixir of immortality, and each criminal is partnered with an executioner. So Gabi Maru's executioner is a woman, and that's a big deal because the core group that they're on, they're like a Simon Yamada, like a Yamada Asaban. I know I butchered that shit, but um, an executioner, and she's like the only woman in the core, and she's trying to like make a name for herself and do big things. Everybody's like, basically, you're not built like that. Like you always hear you over here acting timid and shit.
Well,
And she
she's the
was. I was like, huh?
I said she's the guy's daughter.
Yeah, she was like the head Yamada clan's daughter. So she wanted to like be like him, even though the dad was like, I don't want you doing this. Like you need to be in the kitchen and in that
Pretty
room.
much, yeah. He pretty much told her to get back in the
Bear
kitchen.
children. But yeah, so her character's been growing on me a lot, especially after that fight with the giant. I'm like, okay, like you deserve to stay because she was kind of pissing me off a little bit. And I'm like, this better not be another Sakura situation. But she's
Sakura
been
be getting
doing
a lot
good.
of hate.
She
But
sucks.
that's a conversation for a different day.
So yeah, I've been catching up on that. Right now, I'm on episode 7.
Okay.
Started Gurren Lagann with one of my coworker friends named Mark. He put me on the show, and watched like the first 3 episodes in his crib, and it's pretty good. It's I think this is like my first. Actually, no, it's not. It's just I was about to say like my first, I guess, Gundam
Gundam.
Gundam anime, but it's not. I know there was one that used to come on Toonami that I would like catch as a kid, but I couldn't tell you the name of it.
Shit, if you seen Attack on Titan, that's a Gundam. They're flesh Gundams.
That's a hot take.
It's not a hot take, it's the reality. And before some butthurt person come on my thing, you already know if you listen, that's my favorite anime. But I will say they're Gundam. They're Gundam flesh suits.
Nah, but Sea Moon, he was kind of pissed me off too. He was giving me early Deku vibes. But the other guy, Kamina, he's like, who is he like in terms of? He's like that nigga who he's just that go getter. Like he's just like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm gonna be loud and confident.
And Simon not? You sleep.
Not as a kid. I'm saying like early kid. Maybe he got that later on. I'm not at that part yet, but early on, the kid is just like,
Simon is him.
I'm not at that part yet. Because Seawood is basically like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. And Kamina's like, nigga, I don't need you to believe in you. Believe in me since I believe in you, goddamn. So that's been carrying the show a little bit, but it's been pretty good. The animation style is really good, especially for it being like an early 2000s show. So I'm really trying to lock in and see what this Sea Moon hype is. Because right now I'm like, I don't see the hype of him being Goku, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
Oh
so
no,
that I'll see. Huh?
He waxing a lot of people. I'll say that. he's not even waxing. He's disrespecting a lot of people. If
JJK season 2, been watching that.
Okay.
Watch the latest episode, which we'll get into that one later. But
yeah,
and then watching One Piece, obviously, Gear 5. And they had a new episode. At the time of this record, they shot an episode last night. I didn't get to watch it, but I pretty much know what happens.
How did you feel about my bad, cut you off. How did you feel about the Gear 5 episode? Because people was hyping it up, saying like, oh, it's gonna break the internet and everything. And then and obviously for people that seen the episode, it's like the first half was Gear 5, then we went to wasn't a heroic. Fucking Odin's daughters.
Yeah,
monologue
Odin's daughter
deal with Orochi, and then it went back to Gear 5. How did you feel about that episode? It was some people.
So the episode as a whole, I thought was great. Everything Gear 5 related was spot on, and I loved it. I even laughed at certain points, especially like when he grabbed him out of the dance floor with his fist. And him kind of like screaming around everywhere. It reminded me of like
it's Looney Tunes.
An old Tom and Jerry episode, like dead ass. Like it reminded me like a Tom and Jerry episode, Looney Tunes episode, and the memes from that episode are gonna live in anime history. Like when Luffy pulled up the ground and blew Kaido's shit back, and he had them eyes poking out like that. That shit was hilarious. I have that shit saved on my phone. Huh?
I said pause.
What did I say?
He said he blew Kaido's shit back. Hey, yo.
All right. Pause.
Nah, you good. Hey,
but that was funny. And then even the episodes after that been good. About in terms like that Hiyori scene, that by itself is a very powerful scene because it's basically her saying like, I'm not about to take this shit no more. Like that's her like owning her name and like owning where she's from type shit, and like not taking no shit from Orochimaru. It's just like it felt hand fisted in with all the Gear 5 shit going on. But I'm not mad because that's how it was in the chapter in the manga. So it's like, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
It felt hand fisted in the manga, just like it felt hand fisted in the show. But I'm not mad at it because the scene by itself is good. It's just like it's going to be overshadowed by people trying to watch Gear 5, especially people who don't really care about like Yori and stuff.
Yeah. Cause I think this is one time where they should have, I won't say deviate away from the manga, but they should have reordered the scenes. I think her shit should have been in the beginning. I think it would have felt more powerful in the beginning because it was like that climax buildup of saying like, you know, they always saying Wano the dawn is coming, all that stuff. It's like that climax of that, and then from that going into Luffy turning Gear 5, I feel like that would have been like a harder sequence, I think,
Yeah,
of
I
events.
agree. I
Because
agree
naturally, all
100%.
that stuff is happening at the same time. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
technically, you don't have to have it in the middle of the fight, in my opinion. So I think at that point, you could have just put her scene first. Because you would be able to focus more on it and not been like, oh, why is the people that's complaining, oh, why is it here? Like, and I will say the pacing of it did throw off the episode some. I liked the scene, but the pacing, I said, ooh, this pacing just switched
Yeah, it did.
hard.
It was
I
like
said, damn. This
boom,
pacing.
boom, 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 boom.
And then,
Stop.
yeah, it was
And
like a
then
hard
focus right
stop.
here.
I said, goodness
And then it tried to
gracious.
pick it back up after that.
Yeah,
But yeah, outside of that, that was a great episode.
yeah.
This is like a pre getting our bag question. Do you think that episode, transformation wise, is on par with Goku going Super Saiyan 1
Just
on
the
Planet Namek?
transformation
Like, I guess,
or like the episode. The episode itself, it won't. I'll be honest, it doesn't go with the like how big it
okay.
was. But I think damn. Yeah, no. I think Super Saiyan was bigger. I think actually I'll add that in as a getting our back question. Yeah, we'll talk about
Okay.
that later. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then sort of like non anime stuff. Been I guess technically rewatching the X-Men animated series episodes because you know the X-Men 97 show is coming out, which is basically the final season of that show. So I'm kind of catching up on that. That show is kind of goated. It is just like it makes me appreciate more of the X-Men now, especially back then. Like Scott, you know, I feel like the Fox X-Men movies did a lot of characters dirty. One of them being um, Cyclops. They kind of made him a bitch ass nigga, but it's like that's not like the case in X-Men the animated series. Like he's the equivalent of Captain America in like the MCU. Like everything falls through him. And I just got done with the second season. I think it was second season where um like the season where it was like they were it was kind of them by themselves away from Magneto and Charles Xavier because they were kind of by themselves and they were just going through different things and then kind of like the overarching part was them getting them back for Mr. Sinister because Mr. Sinister at the time of the show was like very obsessed with Jean Grey and Scott Summers because they feel like they have the capability of like making the ultimate mutant. So that's why Mr. Sinister was always like harassing him. But the show is like really good. And then I've been watching My Adventures with Superman, which you could argue is anime because it's basically an anime
Yeah, the animated
Superman
style.
show.
I
It's
heard
the
he
Superman, the Superman anime, as
I
people are
heard
calling
he
it.
transforms like a magical girl. Like how they be
He
transforming
does,
Sailor
but
Moon.
I think it's still good, and I think it works within the confines of the show. Like I think from jump, it's already telling the audience like, yes, this is Superman, but this is not the
This is not
Superman
your
you know.
Superman.
And I think that's fine because we have other Supermen that are comic book accurate. And I like how it's similar to The Boys in a way where, Mark, he kind of had to like grow into his strength.
Yeah.
And that's how this Clark Kent is in this show. Like he's growing into his strength. He ain't just come out the gate busting holes in walls and like just out overpowering villains. Like he's getting roughed up a little bit, but he'll have his power ups every now and then. He really only had them like two in the first 4 or 5, like first 4 episodes. After that, he doesn't really get them towards to like the very end.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been like the show a lot. I've been liking like his relationship with Lois Lane a lot. You kind of tell this is like definitely a younger Superman, like college age or like fresh out of college. And Jimmy Olsen is hilarious. But yeah, and it's like they're doing their own different takes on different villains from like Amanda Waller to Slade Wilson to Task Force X, but it's not like the original team members. It's just like the start of the show to even like it's like Mr. Mixel-Pitterlick.
Yeah.
He's in the show. And that episode was actually really good. And even different villains like I think the end villain is hinting at a different kind of villain, and it's like their take on who this character is.
Okay.
So without spoiling anything, I think it's hinting at a different character. But yeah, so I really like the show. Yeah, it just ended. Like the first season just finished. So I'm hoping that it gets I'm not sure if it got renewed for another season, but I hope it does because it's really good. It was released on Max, but it's like a Adult Swim production, so a lot of people are kind of nervous. Like, wait, this is on Adult Swim? Like, who's about to get slatted? But but it was pretty good. I recommend people watch it. And then other shows I've been watching, Lee Jones has been getting me to watch Insecure, so I've been watching that. And started the second season of The Bear, which is a really good show.
Okay.
That's my current watches right now.
My current watches, let me think. One Piece, obviously. Jujutsu Kaisen, which we're gonna talk about next. Gas. I'll say that right now. Gas. Once this arc is done, it's gonna be a top 5 anime. Also been watching Bungo Stray Dogs. Bungo Stray Dogs is one of the most consistent 10 out of 10 anime I have ever watched. Period. To my knowledge, there's no filler. That's one show. I'm not reading it, but to my knowledge, there's no filler at all. There's been 2 movies for it, and I think we're on the 4th season. It might be 5th season. I don't know. But gas, 10 out of 10 is definitely, I think it's in my top 5. Actually, yeah, it's in my top 5. That's one of the best shows I've seen, like ever. From like the writing to the plot to everything, the action. And so, like, for people that don't know, it covers this group of people. They're called the Armed Detective Agency. So pretty much in this world, people got abilities. They're called gifteds. And like each person has like different powers. Like there's somebody that can like manipulate gravity. There's somebody there's somebody on there. His gifted power is called just like, what's it called? It's called crime. Like he just he technically increases the crime rate. It's a whole bunch of crazy like abilities on there. It's a nigga on there who has like he can make bombs specifically only out of lemons. Like some of their powers are wacky. Some of their powers are like, yeah, this shit OP. Like it's one nigga. The more money he has, the stronger he is. Like so, he's just extra rich. So like he'll be like, I'm about
Do
to
you
use
know
1,000.
how crazy that would be?
So all
What?
he says is like, I'm about to use $1,000. The $1,000 leases account, then he'll just like punch you through a fucking wall. Like it's shit like that. Like yeah, it's crazy.
That is insane.
Yeah, so like this armed detective agency, they work with the government a little bit, and they like solve crimes or stuff that deals with other gifteds. And then there's also another group called the Port Mafia. So it's a mafia literally, and they do like different stuff. So a lot of times they interact with each other. Sometimes they help each other on stuff. Sometimes they're like fighting each other. It just depends. But it's a really good show. And this season right now is insane because there's this group called the Hunting Dogs, and they like hunt, or they're like specialize in killing other gifteds. They're gifted as well, but they specialize in killing other gifteds. And it's just been like niggas dying, niggas fighting. It's one nigga on there. He's OP as fuck. This nigga can change like timelines. Like, and the way they explain it is cool. It's a cool concept I like. So yeah. If I can give you any show to watch that I say you should watch now, Bungo Stray Dogs. Just look it up. Let me think.
Okay.
Outside of that, I haven't really been watching no other anime. Actually, no, I'm lying. So this is one anime somebody put me on to, and I think you and Joe should watch it. It's called My Happy Wedding. Hear me out. It's called My Happy Wedding. That hoe is drama. Like, and I thought it was like a slice of life where it's like no powers and it's just like, people going through stuff. But once you get to like the fourth episodes, you realize some people do have powers. But the premise of the show is like this girl, pretty much she's the oldest daughter of this family. I think this is based in like they have cars, so I think it's like the 80s. No, not 80s. It's like early industrial, because a whole bunch of their stuff is like old locomotive shit. But outside of that, the oldest daughter for this one household, she gets pretty much married off to this guy. And one thing you have to know about her, she's the oldest daughter, but her mom died when she was little. And the stepmom that came in, she had a daughter with her dad. And then once they had the new daughter, they started treating the oldest one like a slave almost. Like they would lock her up in this fucking like shed room and everything. She'd get abused, all this stuff. And so pretty much they're like, yeah, we're going to marry you off to this guy. His name is Lord Kudo. They're marrying off to her because they're like, oh, every woman people try to like set him up with, they usually don't last a day because he's supposed to be like extra cruel and all this.
Damn.
And so like they send her over there because they're treating her like trash, because pretty much they're like, she doesn't have. Another thing is, most people, they have abilities, but then when she was younger, she never got an ability, so she's like regular. So they're like, yeah, we're gonna send you to Lord Kudo, get some, I don't know, exchange and everything. So she goes to the dude, and pretty much he meets her and he's like, oh, you're the new XYZ. And she's like extra timid. She doesn't like confrontation, anything.
Right.
So he's like talking to her, and he was like, what does he say? He was pretty much telling her like different rules and stuff. And he's like in the military. But then he tells her this, he says like, if I ask you to die for me, will you do it? And she just said yes. And he said, what the fuck? He like looked at her like,
She's like, excuse
what?
me?
Like he did that. I was like, hey, yo.
Crazy.
So, yeah, so that happened. But that like branched out to more shit. But nah, that show is crazy. And he ends up being actually like he's actually a good person. It's just in the show, a lot of people, I won't say a lot of people don't like him, but like the other families or other, cause it's like ruling families, they don't really like him. And then, he doesn't like being like bothered almost. He's like a very routine type person. Like this is how stuff is, but he's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, nah, he's real cool. And so, yeah, the story just goes over like their marriage almost. And that whole's gas. I be looking forward to watching this show every week. Hey, I won't lie. I won't even lie. When it Wednesday come around and it drop, I be front and center. Oh yeah, we gonna see what drama we got today.
Okay, I'm gonna let Ijoma know. She's probably gonna listen to this anyway and hear that, but
yeah. So
I'll
my
let her know
happy
about
marriage.
my happy wedding. All right, I'll see if we can set something up with that.
Yeah.
But
And then the last thing I've just been watching is Warrior. That's on Max. Real good show. It covers pretty much Chinese gangsters back in San Francisco in the old days. So real good show. I would suggest that. But yeah, that's all my current watches. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah. You told me about that one. Add that to my watch list. So the couple shows that I have been watching, but forgot to say, Marshall, Muscles and Magic.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is hilarious.
No, that's one of the funniest shows that came out this year.
That's one of the funniest shows ever since One Punch Man. And I would argue it does gag characters better than One Punch Man. I could argue that.
Yeah.
Because short story, long story short, before we had to get to this JJK conversation, but
Black
it's basically
Clover, but comedy.
that Black Clover, but the main. I was about to say because the main character, honestly, he don't got no magic.
Yeah,
Bosch don't got no magic either, but he's just overpowered. And that could be another get our bag question, but we'll see if we got time for that. And then another one, Zom 100. I'm watching that too. I haven't watched the latest two episodes, but that's a really good show. Pretty much, the guy hates his job. A zombie apocalypse happened, and he's happy that so he's just doing 100 different things before he dies. Now, my friend Mark brought up this theory, and I kind of want your opinion on it. He thinks that the main character died in his sleep. Like, so he thinks like the zombie apocalypse shit is not real. It's just a dream that he's living through right now because he's died. Because he was so because basically the character he gets his dream job, but he finds out his dream job is working his ass off, and he gets to the point now where he's just a zombie, like metaphorically speaking, like just a lifeless husk going to work every day and is not worried about his health, his social life, none of that. So it's just a point in time where all these zombies come out. So Mark thinks that like he died, like the point where the zombies come out and him in that room, he thinks he dies in that moment because he's just so work exhausted, and he just thinks that the zombie apocalypse is in his head. I don't know if I agree with that, but I like that theory. What is your opinion on that?
I like the theory, but I'm just trying to think of like in writer's terms. I feel like a lot of stories that concept of like, oh, this character died, so they're reliving stuff is plausible, but a lot of time, depending on how the story is, it can take away from like a lot. So like, I feel like in this case, I feel like in this case, I think it's more likely of him dying once he reaches like his 100 things to do, more so than him dying before and him living like a dream before he dies. I feel like it's more plausible of him dying right after he finishes the 100 things. I feel like that would be that's more closure to the story because like, oh, because you're seeing him go through all these things he want to do. You actually get to see him live it, and then he dies. Then more so, he's already dead, quote unquote, and we just see nothing. Like it's no real like weight to the story if that's the case, in my opinion.
Yeah. Now I heard you saying when you sit down, like that's interesting. I don't know if I want to believe that, but I'm open to listening to that. So yeah, yes, I've been watching that. So yeah, we talked about JJK a little bit, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about season 2 is coming out. It comes out every Thursday.
Yes, every
on
Thursday,
whatever it's on Crunchyroll right now.
Crunchyroll. And for people that don't know what Jujutsu Kaisen is, I can't even help you with it. Jujutsu Kaisen covers pretty much modern day because it's like 2018 in the story.
Mm-hmm.
Covers pretty much modern day world, but you have people called Jujutsu sorcerers, and they kill these things called cursed spirits, which are formed from human emotions and everything. And yeah. So the second season, what we're in right now, is called the Shibuya Incident. Well, the first half of the season was a flashback scene. Pretty much it was Gojo dreaming about stuff that happened. That's why you see at the end, he wakes up, he's looking at all them. He was crying. They confirmed he was crying because he was dreaming about all that stuff that happened. So you get that flashback scene. Now we're at the Shibuya Incident, which I will say right now will be the best arc of anime since goddamn I don't know what. This shit will make Jujutsu Kaisen a top 5, if not 3 anime of all time. I'll say it here now. And without spoiling anything, before we actually talk about the episode and season, the Shibuya Incident is just something that happens at the Shibuya train station, which is in Tokyo. No, it's in Japan. I know that. I don't remember if it's Tokyo specifically or not, but yeah. And so we got the first real episode that's leading into the Shibuya Incident. And you want to start it off?
Well, I was just gonna go about like you said talk about this like basically episode 6 or whatever.
Yeah, just a little bit about episode 6.
So, spoiler alert. We find out who the mole is.
Yeah.
So
before we start spoilers, this is gonna be spoiler talk. And come back in about 10 minutes.
Yeah. So when Goto died, no, I'm playing.
Holy shit! As a manga reader, no, he's done. No.
But in all seriousness, when we find out who the mole is,
yes,
which is Mekamaru, and I low key, I'm gonna be honest, I forgot who that was when they first said his name. I was like, and then they showed it was like him. Because I haven't watched that. I didn't take the time to rewatch the first season, and even now as like a non-manga reader, yeah, shoot me, I don't care. But as a non-manga reader, I kind of forgot how they powers work. So that's why the 5 episode like time skip kind of helped me kind of remember how they should work, and also just seeing Gojo become him Brown
become feral.
Yeah, but no. So we see Itadori, Megami,
and Nobara,
and the woman Nobara. Thank you, Nobara. We see them kind of pull up.
Respect my goat. Nobra the best.
So we see them.
Nobra the best character in that show.
So we see them trying to find Mekamaru. They in the wrong. They go to the wrong location.
Yeah.
And then we see Geto and
Mahito.
Yes, Mahito. Yeah, Mahito. Come and find Mekamaru, and they heal him because they've been exchanging information. Well, yeah, you go.
Yeah. So pretty much the way it works is in Jujutsu Kaisen, they got these thing called pacts. So pretty much if you agree to do something, pretty much it's like not pact, it's called binding vow. Pretty much these vows are like you can't break it or you'll get a penalty. So it's like if I talk to Dana, I said, okay, Dana, if you buy me these shoes, I'll buy you a t-shirt. This is just something simple. And so if Dana buys the shoes and I don't buy him this t-shirt, I'll get a penalty because I broke the vow. So I could end up dying. I can end up, I don't know, becoming deformed, losing all my energy. So it's just a penalty. You never know what the exact penalty will be, but you just know it will definitely hurt you or make your life detrimental. So pretty much that's what Mekamaru did. He made a pact, a vow, a binding vow with Geto and Mahito, where for in exchange of information, they would heal his body because with Mekamaru, he has something called, that's why I kept saying pact. He has something called a heavenly, why is my brain going freaking dumb? Heavenly, bro. We're gonna cut all this audio out. Has a heavenly restriction. Jesus Christ. So he has a heavenly restriction. So with heavenly restrictions, you get to see it kind of on one spectrum. You have Toji. So his heavenly restriction was he has no curse energy, but he's just super strong. You saw he was able to slap Gojo. And he's just like peak human ability, but no curse energy. And then the other side, you have Mekamaru, who his heavily restriction is he has like almost this boundless curse energy. That's why he's able to operate his puppets like all across Japan. But his body is like so frail that it burns in moonlight. So
I remember. Now that you're saying that, I remember them explaining that in the first season. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's why he made that binding vow. He was like, okay, y'all don't hurt anybody from my school, because he goes to a different school than Yuji and them. He's like, don't hurt nobody from my school, and I'll give you information as long as you heal my body. And so that happens. They heal his body, and then shit hits the fan because pretty much, and you could tell Mahito was saying it the whole time. He was like, bro, we're just going to kill you regardless. Like, you know this, right? Like, even if I heal you, I'm going to kill you. And that's why he was like, shit, I might fuck around, turn him into a caterpillar.
And then that just made me remember the first season when that kid died. And that was a crazy scene. I'm like, he had to do him like that.
He turned that nigga into a Grimace Shake. He turned Junpei into a Grimace Shake, man.
And I hate that the show really had me going thinking like, oh yeah, he's about to be an integral character. He's about to be Yuji's right hand man. No,
because he was in the intro for everything.
He was
in the intro. There was like, oh yeah, we gonna make them think he important. Little did we know.
No, but yeah. So now they are fighting because basically the Megamaru. Well, his real name is Kyokichi.
It's Megamaru, bro. Yeah. I know. So
Megamaru basically realized with their Shibuya plan, their Shibuya plot, and they're trying to stop him. So he's trying to stall. He's trying to stall them to get Gojo in, right?
Nah, he was trying to. Pretty much, his plan was once he got his body fixed, he was going to try to get in contact with Gojo. But since Ghetto lifted the veil, put down that veil, it blocked communication. First off, I'll say this now. This nigga Mechamaru is stupid. He's stupid. Me, once I got my body back, and I already know they're gonna try to kill me, obviously. Get my body back. Once I disappear, nigga, I'm running. I'm not fighting two special grades when I'm just a nigga with a robot, bro.
About to say by my damn self.
I don't care how much curse energy I got. I'm not fighting. Look, Jujutsu Kaisen, they love to jump, nigga. They jump niggas. I'm in the back of my mind, I'm like, they're gonna jump me. I said, even if I start winning, they're gonna jump me. So I'm getting the fuck out of here. And I'm calling Gojo.
That is so true, because even in the first 5 episodes, they jump Gojo ass.
They jump
Gojo ass.
They jump everybody. They jump Hanami, the goddamn tree curse. Fucking Toto and Yuji jumped the fuck out of him. Nanami and Yuji jumped Mahito when they was that clip. Let him get up. They was beating the shit out of him. Like, no, bro. I think that's one. This is a side note. One thing I really love about Jujutsu Kaisen is that they jump people. Like, they don't wait for you to. It's not that cliche of like, I'm gonna let him name his attack off. No, it's like, nigga. It's like as soon as they see you, they're like, "Oh no, jump this nigga, bro!" There's no talking.
Like, it's not like they'll have their little monologue shit, but it's not like every battle the villain has to do his monologue. Then it's a one-on-one. No,
yeah,
like you said, they getting rocked. And Studio Mappa has been in a bag. That's why I'm not really, because even a lot of people were giving Hell's Paradise flack for the animation. And I'm like, y'all gotta understand, they're probably animating this at the same time they're animating the Shibuya incident and the basically all of Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. And it shows that animation in this season is amazing.
No, the animation that they switched to this season is so much.
It's so good.
It's more fluid. And yeah. So I will say, it's certain scenes in this season that like they're gonna break the internet. But yeah, so we found out Mechamaru pretty much was he was a snitch / mole, but like it was like almost a double. He was trying to double cross them because he's like, I'm gonna get this information while giving them little bits of information as well, and then I'll be able to get to everybody and help them. But as we see, pretty much he summons a Gundam, and the episode ends with him shooting a damn laser blast at Mahito's face. And then, next week, the fight continues.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. And that led me and Feeq to create this list of our top 5, like, plot twists / betrayals in shows that we watched. Well, at least my list isn't anime exclusive. His might be, but
no, I just
go ahead.
I got I got people that are either plot twists or that were I viewed as like they a snitch.
Yeah. So I'll start my one off. This isn't in any particular order. Actually, this first one might be. Yeah, this one was pretty bad. When Jon Snow got betrayed by the Watch.
I got that one right here.
That was some shit. That, like, especially when old boy, like, when everyone was just getting their ones in, you slept with the wildlings. You betrayed the Watch.
For the Watch.
When that kid says, I was like, that nigga deserves to die.
No, when that little kid, I forgot his fucking name. When he stood up, I wanted to punch this shit out of him. I said, ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
You're doing
Jon
this.
Snow saved your ass.
He saved him.
He saved you, no dude. Way. He saved you. Without Jon Snow, you would be with the fucking wildlings dead. You would be a White Walker right now.
Nigga, talk about it, man. That
No,
little
but that was
Florida
some
watch
shit.
shit had me. I was tripping out, bro. Cause Game of Thrones, watching that shit week for week was hell back then. Cause it's
Oh, I
like,
bet it was.
nigga, you're like, this nigga just died, bro. You're like, this nigga is
Yeah, so like you
dead.
had to wait a whole week to figure out what the hell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
y'all
shit
had a
was
whole week to
stress.
sit on that shit.
Yeah, nah, that was hell. Me, the one I could. So we're gonna go back and forth. The one I have, you also had it too. I saw it. It's in the same. It's in the same show, Game of Thrones. Okay. Oh my goodness, this shit. Hold on, I gotta just play this song. You're gonna know what it is as soon as I play it. Hold on. it's it happened at an event. We'll say that, and this betrayal was disgusting because the way it happened was it was at a wedding. Nigga, the red wedding. I think for TV history, that's one of the biggest like what the heck moments
Yeah,
because
without question.
they start playing that music and it was just like it's like what's going on? Why they locking the
Yeah,
doors? And you see niggas with the armor like underneath their
with
shit,
the chain link,
the
and you
chain link.
starting to see it because I'm watching this shit like, why are they locking the doors? And then this music, and then like Rob, it was not that I'm thinking about it. They were kind of foreshadowing like something was about to happen to Rob because he didn't marry the Tully's daughter, which is why he was mad. Which is why the nigga was mad in the first place. Do you? How mad you gotta be to kill a whole family or to kill
Bro,
a whole bitch because he didn't marry your daughter?
he
Or
killed everybody in that bit. And then the one
everyone in
that
that
really
room.
got me, this one made my body like, oh my god, when he stabbed um Rob's wife
Wife?
because she was pregnant
Yeah.
too. I
Yeah.
said, bro,
Yeah.
this is like I said, Game of Thrones, y'all done some wild shit, but this is
I was
wild.
already like, man, when Rob gets to King's Landing, he go whoop ass. Hell no. And that was when we first got our introduction with the Boltons. Because Roose Bolton was in there. And this is when he was what was that nigga name? Ramsey's like
Mm-hmm.
father.
Fuck yeah,
Ramsey might be
Ramsey.
top 5 villains in TV history, and
He
he's
he
not
he
5.
up there.
He might be top 1 or he's definitely top 3.
Nah, it's just whenever I hear this, hold on. Whenever I hear that now, bro, I be looking over my shoulder. I be like, hold on.
Yeah, yeah, and then that was when we realized like the Lannisters are some snaky ass niggas.
Yeah, bro, they ain't
Because they're
lying,
like, why are they
nigga.
playing the Lannister song in our wedding?
And
Well, this is their plot.
you could tell that wave of like, oh no, this is some real betrayal type stuff going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, Red Wedding, one of a very if you never watched Game of Thrones, watch it. And when you get to that episode, you'll understand why that was so insane.
yeah, that was a crazy one. Next one for me, this is kind of a shock, but old dude from Frozen, Hans, which he was like initially like all lovey dovey with Elsa, and then like he kind of code switched on him, not code switched, but
Mm-hmm.
like flipped on him. I'm like, damn, you was helping him out earlier. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? That was kind of crazy. That show was annoying to me, but that one definitely stuck out to me.
I don't even remember why he switched. What was the reason for it? I remember him like switching. I can't remember the exact reason. No, I got no clue.
I got no clue, but
That's
that one
fine.
was crazy.
All right, the next one for me was you're caught up with, well, not caught up all the way, but you're on the last season of Attack on Titan, right?
I'll technically say no. Like I started season 4, but like I'm not deep in the shit. Like, what are you about to say?
But you're on season. Yeah, you're past it. Attack on Titan when Rainer and Bertolt, when they revealed themselves on top of the wall, bro. When I tell you, okay,
yes.
When I tell you I was watching that, I still have a video from that episode of me recording. Cause I was just randomly recording. Like I think I was recording something. Nigga, when that nigga Rainer just casually said, "Yeah, I'm the armored titan," I said, "What the fuck?" I set up. Nigga, I looked at the team. I said,
fuck that nigga Rainer. All my niggas hate Rainer. All my niggas hate Bertolt.
Bro,
fuck them.
When he said it, and Bertolt said, "What are you talking?" He said, "What are you doing, Rainer?" He said, "He should know." I said, "This nigga's." I said, "It's him." And then no, the crazy thing is, so watch it. Looking back now, it should have been obvious it was Rainer, but like back then,
because they look just alike.
Yeah, back then I was like, "Nah, bro, it's Erwin." I said, "Erwin definitely this armored titan, bro." I said, "He knows too much in the military." I said, "We only see him like once every a few episodes. It's him, bro." And I was like, I don't know who this colossal one is. I said, it got to be somebody that's bald. But, nigga, when he said it was him, I said, what? And then you see Mikasa just looking at them like you could tell she about to like cut the fuck out of them. And then, after she cuts them, everything, that whole sequence, and then they're like, that nigga Rainer's like, nah, fuck that. I've been here too long. I'm a warrior. And he just transformed.
Yes, bro, I'm like, whoa.
That's one of the best. That's gotta be one of the best animated episodes like of all time. Just because like the music in the background, everything that's going on, like up to this point, you're still wondering like, oh, we got a little bit of hope, and then it's just like, nah, there's two very intricate people that's been helping out this whole time are like the niggas that's been fucking you over. And then you just hear that he grabs Eren, and then Eren's like having flashbacks of like, these guys used to teach me, help me out with stuff. And then he's just like, he do that scene of him screaming, "You damn traitors." Yeah. That junk. Insane.
Yeah. No, that one was up there. I don't know how I forgot that, but yeah, when I watched that, I was like, dog. And then another thing Attack on Titan loves to do, and you'll appreciate this, when a plot twist happens, they'll go back in each episode and play the part that they were hinting at. Point in case with Rainer and Bertolt, they're like, yeah, we just want to go back home. They talking about the home of the Titans.
I'm like, they home the whole time.
Talking about they home the whole time. They hide it in plain sight.
Bro,
they hide it in plain sight. They talking big and bold to Eren and why can I not remember the guy with the blonde hair's name? Armin. Yes. Speaking of Armin, that's that same season when he got burned.
Bro, that got charboiled, bro. He was cooked. That was crazy. That was crazy.
That was crazy shit, though. But no, for my next one on my list, Griffin from Berserk.
Oh, yeah, I haven't watched Berserk, but I know
was some shit. Especially like because I've started a little bit of the Berserk show, but they had like prequel movies that I watched. They were on Netflix for a little bit. When he came to like basically like that demon, the 5 demons, and the shit he did to Guts, like that's why niggas, when you hear tragic backstories, you got to throw Guts' name in there because of the shit he went through and the niggas that did it to him. Like I don't think people understand how tight Griffin and Guts were. They were boys. They were
They was
like
best
this. They were
friends.
best friends, and one came from up here, and the other came from down here. But Griffin, it was just like Griffin was so he just went through all that shit and just was tortured. Damn on some like um some Tokyo Ghoul type shit. Like he just broke, and when he R worded Guts's girl,
Oh,
Guts's girl
what's her
in
name?
front of him
Kasha.
as he's trying to get up there. Just watching that shit was cringe. It was hard. It was a hard scene to watch. I'm like, my heart would just turn black in that moment. But yeah, that was a
Yeah.
crazy scene.
All right, next one for me, I have for a snitch, I have Candace from Phineas and Verb.
Yeah.
Bro, the way she always tried to get them in trouble or tell on them, I said, "Damn, calm down, bro." Like as a kid
Yeah,
watching
like
that,
they just trying to have some fun.
I said,
You
"Nigga, it's
only know
summer
it's
vacation."
104 days of summer vacation.
I was like, "Bro, it's summer. If they want to build a damn roller coaster in the backyard, let them. They ain't hurt nobody.
They ain't hurt nobody exactly. They ain't hurt nobody but you. That's funny.
Yeah." So that
My
was a
last
quick
one,
one I
because you
thought
already
of.
talked about the. Wait, what were you saying?
I was just like, that was a quick one I thought of.
Yeah. My last one, because you already talked about the Red Wedding, because I had that on my list. But the last one was, I don't think you watched this show, but Devilman Crybaby. When Ryu turned out to be Satan at the end. That was crazy because, like, up to that point, he was just old dude's best friend, and he was just kind of there for him, like making sure he was good and like just was there. But he, like in the moment, like as all this shit's happening, he's like very numb to like a lot of the shit that was going on
Yeah.
with why can I not remember his name? But the Devil Man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like yeah, uh, yeah, Akira.
Akira.
Excuse me. Yeah, when he turned out to be Satan, I was like, yo, because nothing in the show hinted to that until that very last episode. That everything started making sense. So it's like toward the end when Akira started freaking out and he was just even killed by the whole shit. Like, oh yeah, Akira's fine. Like, I'll just take him home and we'll just get him right. I'm like, excuse me. But that whole show, especially the Devilman Crybaby shit,
Yeah.
yeah, that was some crazy shit going on. But
I still need to
I
watch it.
enjoyed it.
I'm gonna watch it one of these. I'm lying. I'll watch it one of these days, but it definitely won't be soon. I got too much other stuff to watch. My last one that I have for on this list is Randall from Recess, the nigga with the little hunchback. I
Oh,
don't know if you ever seen that show. Well, he always had the notepad, the little hunchback. Bro, Randall
yes.
was annoying as heck. Every time, it's almost the same as Candace. Every time people trying to do stuff, he trying to go to I can't remember if it was the principal or the teacher, but he was just there being annoying. It probably was because of the hunchback. Like it just threw his equilibrium off.
Ugly. He just looked menacing. He's not. He looked like a male Karen. A male Karen is a Randall. Any nigga named Randall, he's not to be trusted.
Randall Cobb,
not to be trusted.
But yeah,
They see Hard Knocks when he's.
I was thinking about Hard Knocks. Oh my goodness! But so that ends off our list. So that was our list of like betrayals or people we thought are people we viewed as snitches and stuff. Actually, I got one more. Actually, I
Go
do.
ahead. Go ahead.
I hate this. I hate this bitch. Damn, I shouldn't have said that. I despise this character. So I'm pretty sure you haven't seen Tower of God, but it's a character on there named Rachel. Rachel, I hate her with almost every fiber of my being. But she betrays the main character named Bam. She betrays him at like the very end of the season, because they're like pretty much Tower of God. They're like trying to go up this tower and either get a wish or something. I forgot the whole concept. I haven't watched it in a minute, but pretty much they're going to like the next stage, right? They're in this like little air pod and it's like water around them. They make it to the stage. Bam is happy. He was been looking for this girl Rachel for like the whole time because he remembered her, so he's been looking for her. They're together. He's reunited. He's happy. It just cuts to a scene. She pushes this nigga out of the little like thing, and he just falls into like this abyss. I said, "What the freak just happened?" I said, "Is this real life?" And so
life.
yeah, I can't rock with that. That's like imagine being like, oh my, I don't even know how to explain. Imagine being like you and your boys about to be first and second, or y'all tying for first for something, or damn relay race or down 100. Y'all at the end, that nigga just says, "Nah," just shoves the fuck out of you, and you end up DQ'd. Like, nah, I gotta get my get back. So yeah, nah, she's on my shit list. But yeah, that's our list. If y'all can, let us know who y'all thought was some big twisting shows or movies, or
Of
people
course,
y'all
because
think are
we probably
snitches.
you forgot some. I know.
I forgot a lot. I just made a quick list and was like, yeah, let me not think too hard about this. I'll make a fucking paragraph of people.
Yeah, literally. But that was some good ones. So next we go ahead and talk about some movies that we've watched that have came out in our absence of. First being Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Gas.
And I'm gonna tell you right now that might be animated movie of the year right behind Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. If Across the Spider-Verse did not come out this year, that would be the best movie of the year behind Guardians.
Dare I say TMNT could be better? Dare I say it? Dare I say? Look,
you just ruffled some feathers right there. You just ruffled some feathers.
Dare I say? I will say it. You could objectively say TMNT might be better. I'm not saying it, but objectively speaking, if you really looked at the tape, you break down the film, you look at the game film.
You know what? I'm willing to listen to that argument because I think there's a solid argument there.
TMNT
but in terms
has
of the
some
movie
very
itself,
good highs.
That was some very good highs. I really, really loved the actors' chemistry.
Yeah,
in the movie through the different turtles, and just like you could tell, like you could feel the brotherhood through that movie. And that was one thing I appreciated about the turtles, just growing up, especially like someone who has brothers, like two younger brothers and Cameron, and we're all pretty close in age. And it's just like that's how we moved as a group. Like we always get on each other, but like it was just regular brother shit. So that's why we always loved TMNT so much growing up, because we kind of saw ourselves in them. And it's like watching this movie kind of made me feel like that again with TMNT. Also, like the villains were hilarious. The one thing I think was a bit questionable, and I don't even know if this is a bad thing, but I want to take on it, was the ending when they hinted at you know who.
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that one keeps the hype of it going. And I think it makes sense because after you do a small thing like obviously mutants. It's like only other thing you could do is either Craig. What's that nigga name? Krieg. What was
Krang.
it? Krang. Yeah, you can only either do Krang or him. So it's like,
Yeah.
and obviously niggas that know TMNT are gonna know who him is. Like at this point, but
Yeah.
you can only do those two, and so it makes sense. I will say, like you said, the acting was very good. And I'm glad that this felt like a kids movie. You can definitely tell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad the actors for the turtles were kids. They didn't try to do that thing of getting grown ups to voice kids. Because
Yeah.
a few times that works, but sometimes I'd be like, bro, I don't want to hear no 40-year-old talking in a like they 12, 13, 14. Like, come
Yeah.
on now, find a kid actor. Um, and so, and I think that translated even more well to like the jokes they did. And like, bro, I'll say this, Raph was the funniest. To me, Raph was the funniest turtle in that movie. When he spit on that nigga, he spit on him after knocking him out. I lost my shit. He spat on that thief or whatever after fighting
Yeah.
him. I said, "Oh no, this is hilarious." And then when they were
That
doing
was
that
crazy.
little New York thing, talking about bacon, egg, and cheese. I'm trying to get a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah, I really like that whole scene
And it
was
was like a
like
minute long. It was like 2 minutes
it
long
was
of them just saying random stuff. It was like, but
just
it's like,
crazy shit.
but it's like realistic because like as kids, you would do dumb random shit like that, or you just egg on a joke for like 5 minutes, just
Yes.
saying random stuff,
Yes.
just
Yes,
tweak,
exactly.
almost like you're tweaking out, just saying random stuff. It's like, and so when they did that scene, I will say this is the first movie in a very long time I was crying, laughing. Like I haven't cried, laughed in a movie in a long. I don't even know the last time. But this one, yeah, I will say I was in there, like I couldn't breathe
Yeah.
at points.
No, everything you said about that was spot on. And then I'm about to nerd out a little bit, but like so the
Mhm.
montage when they were learning how to be ninjas at some point.
Oh, when they were
They had
watching like the
different
different
montages
videos.
of like different videos. Some of them were YouTube videos. Some of them were from kung fu movies. Those kung fu movies were movies that I watched. One of them was from a movie I watched religiously, like the 36 Chambers of Shaolin. And I think
So why
another one
aren't
was
you a
from like
ninja?
Shaolin. Hmm?
So why aren't you a ninja?
I am.
Oh shit.
Surprise!
That's why the crime rate going down. But yeah, keep going.
Nah, but 36 Chambers of Shaolin, Shaolin Avengers. I almost think they had a scene from, I don't know if they had it from this movie, but Shaolin versus Llama. For those who don't know, like my two favorite kung fu movies of all time is Shaolin versus Llama and 36 Chambers of Shaolin.
Mhm.
I could watch those movies all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Like I think Shaolin versus Llama I've seen at least 6 times, and it never gets old because I think because it's a tangent. We're gonna get back on track, but what makes, in my opinion, what makes a good kung fu movie is like good kung fu and a concise story. Like if the story is followable, is concise, because a lot of times, like you watching for the fight scenes, and I think that's what made Bruce Lee movies so good, is because not only was he was doing his own stunts, he was doing them shits, but like the kung fu was good. On top of like the story not really being too distracting
Yeah.
or too long, like the movie was too the movies weren't necessarily too long. It didn't overstay itself. But yeah, I just thought like I remember being in the theater watching. I'm like literally that Leonardo DiCaprio meme. Just like I seen that movie. I know what it's from. That's from. So like we can go into some of the villains. Ice Cube was. You could tell he was having fun in that movie. He was acting his
Yeah.
ass off. Like he was just like basically playing me.
Yeah.
Like Superfly. Even like Gecko, Mondo Gecko,
Mm-hmm.
Paul Rudd, he's always
Yeah.
great at everything he does, but like that shit was just hilarious. Like he's like, well, I don't, I don't want to like hit like hurt my bros. Like, and even
It's
like
not
back
cool,
what you were
bro.
saying, like that, that's like how they just be. They'll just have scenes where they'll just be literally like being goofy with
Yeah.
him, like his interaction with like Mikey and all of them. Was like when they were going back and forth saying bro and shit. That shit was hilarious.
No. Even even when Superfly Ice Cube was beating up Donatello, he was like, he's mollywhopping me. He said, he said, I can't fight back. He's mollywhopping me. No,
Yeah.
that was hilarious. um,
And then
who else?
that Ray Fillet. So
That was Post Malone, wasn't it?
yes,
Yeah.
and you know where he. Well, shout out to Jax for like kind of helping me tie this knot because as he was saying this in the movie, it sounded so familiar, but I could not put my finger on it. But like for those who are watching, this is like a very niche like reference. But when he was saying like Ray Fillet, he would say it in a way that was like remnant of like different memes for like basketball. Where like when a nigga would lay it was a like voiceover saying like fillet.
Oh wow.
And obviously, Post Malone took that and was like Ray Fillet. And then also like Ice Cube kind of like shit on him every time he was singing was hilarious. He was basically like nigga shut the fuck up with that singing shit.
Yeah.
But him and even Jackie Chan as Master Splinter was funny too. He was basically like the old angry dad, but like trying to be hip, like especially when he tried to throw that like surprise party
Bro,
for him.
I felt bad.
I did.
I felt so bad. I felt because he was like, I got it. He was like, you want to see Human World? I got Human for you. He had the cutouts.
I brought Chris Pratt, Chris Evans, and someone else.
Yeah, he had the pizzas out, and they were like, "Yeah, Dad, we're about to go." I said, "Damn, I feel bad for
Like, y'all
you,
can't
bro."
take a slice?
Man, I said you can't sit down for like 5 minutes with him, man. But it was like it was good, and then you got to see like the It was a parallel too between Master Splinter and Superfly, and they kind of touched on that at the end when Superfly was like, "You just like me," and then it's like they really were almost the same because like Superfly, he was protecting his family from the humans because when they went out to the human world, they got attacked, and then it's like the same with Master Splinter. He went out to the human world and they got attacked. It's really just how they went about it at the end.
Yeah, basically, yeah. When shit hit the fan, and I like that parallel a lot. But yeah, I'm excited for this like franchise. Um, I really think it was one of the best movies of the year, even up there with Spider-Man and Guardians 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, next, have you seen Blue Beetle yet? If not, we don't have to talk about that. But
Not at all.
all right, then, well, I'll give my quick thoughts on it. I thought it was really good. The box office may not show it because apparently, like as of right now, DC came out and said it was a failure financially. But
DC officially said it.
yeah, because I think it had a budget of like 103 million and like barely broke even. It's like which is not a good in movie talks because it's like you got to think about the budget and then they had to think about like the marketing cost. They didn't market it. They really couldn't market it because of the writer strike and actor strike going on.
Yeah.
So they couldn't do no tours. So like that's why it wasn't a lot of trailers, or you didn't hear a lot of shit about trailers from them, like DC and stuff, outside of maybe like TV spots and the one trailer that they released. But all in all, it's like your typical superhero movie. but it did have some like good elements of different things. I really like the Blue Beetle actor, and his family element was like not too much. And George Lopez was actually pretty funny. He wasn't, sometimes he can be overdoing it sometimes,
Yeah.
but he wasn't doing that in this movie.
The wig wasn't the wig didn't throw nothing off. I'm glad.
Nah, it didn't.
Cause I'm online. That first trailer, I saw that wig. I said, "Oh, oof."
But no, it was pretty good. It's basically like DC's version of Iron Man. Like that same kind of plot is what this movie is, without
Okay.
spoiling specific details of what happened in the movie.
Yeah,
I think people should watch it. I think they should give this movie a chance. I do think it works better than The Flash, but I will stand on what I said in terms of I do believe The Flash was a good movie. It just had a lot of things working against it, and it does have a lot of problems, but that doesn't mean I still didn't enjoy it. And I stand on what I said.
You can stand on there. That's a shaky, it's a shaky foundation.
I don't care.
Yeah, the
But
Flash was ass, nigga.
I beg to
We're not doing that debate right now, bro. We did it back then, and I reevaluated even what I said. I thought about it again. That was.
But yeah, it's just I think people are just tired of superhero movies. But I do think this movie works as like its own thing. Like James Gunn kind of came out and said like he's been very adamant of like movies that he's not working on or anything prior to his start of the DCU is like with Blue Beetle. He was open to like saying like it's the way the movie is set up. Like it could tie in, it could not. It could be its own thing. It can tie into something greater. The actors could carry over. The actors could not outside of Blue Beetle and someone else. But yeah. So he's been very adamant of that, like saying that Blue Beetle could tie in, but Superman Legacy is the start. Like this is my start.
Yeah.
Anything else outside of that is my say, basically. But yeah, I think people should watch the movie, give it a shot. If you can, go see it at the theater and watch it, or wait until it comes to Max.
Or just watch it during a matinee. If you really that, broke, get your money up. And with that, we're gonna go to our Get Our Bag question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bitch, I'm in my bag, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, bag of beef, bag.
All right, so for this Get in Our Bag question, this is more of a segment. This is a keep it, reboot it, cancel it. So you have to pick a show where you have to three different shows that you have to keep, reboot, or cancel. It's kind of like the Smash, Marry, Kill, but with shows. So I did like an anime version and a non-anime version.
Okay, so we're gonna do. We could do This is about to be off the top of my head. We could do the non-anime first, and then we can do anime.
Okay. Did you have any like three already on your head and I kind of wanted to get out first?
No. You go first, and I can think of mine on the spot. I'm good.
Okay,
I have
so
one
for
already.
my non-anime list, what I'm keeping is Spider-Man, the animated series. I think that show is arguably one of the best animated series ever made, right behind Batman the animated series and X-Men. I don't think it gets talked about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
but I do think it's up there in terms of goated series. A show I would reboot. I would reboot Static Shock. I think that show by itself was good, but I think it deserves like a retelling of that character in this day and age, like in this era. I think like a rebooted Static Shock cartoon show would work today, and it would kind of, you know, James Gunn, if you hear me, and I know you do, get on it. So reboot. I think that show deserves a reboot, and that character deserves like a revamp. Well, not revamp, but like just retelling of itself. And cancel. I'm canceling Legend of Korra.
Interesting. Why are you canceling Legend of Korra? It's crazy.
I'm canceling Legend of Korra because I do think it is a bit overrated. I think
Shake
the
the table.
original.
I said, shake the table. Keep going. Go ahead.
I think it's just a bit overrated. I think Korra is not her. I think she's one of the weaker avatars. Aang, Aang the Last Airbender was just obviously the superior show, and a lot of people liked Korra and stuff, but like,
is she weaker or is she going against stronger opponents?
she weaker.
I don't know, man. I'm saying this. I haven't even. I've watched Legend of Korra. I think I finished it. I don't remember, but I don't know, man. I could see where Korra could whoop Aang, and I can see where Aang could.
Right now, be so for real right now.
And I can see where Aang could beat Korra. It's a toss up, I feel like Korra is more. Aang is so passive unless you hurt Appa, bro. if Korra slap Appa, oh, Aang turning up 10. He killing her on the spot. But if they boxing for real,
Aang is whooping ass.
All right.
Yeah, that's my list. Could you imagine if I said that at Anime After Dark panel? I might get booed off the stage.
No, people would agree. People would agree with you. I know a lot of people that don't like Legend of Korra. I think it was all right. It's definitely not the best type show.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. So for me, we have. Let me see. Keep it, reboot it, and cancel it. So for keeping a show, my shit is all over the place. I would keep House of Dragons because I feel like it's going good. One thing that did worry me is that they said they changed the second season from 10 episodes to 8. So that kind of made me scared on why they would do that.
I didn't hear that.
One of the producers or directors talked about it, I think last week or a week before. They were like, our story right now is really good. And he worded it so like weird where like it sounded like they should have kept the 10 episodes instead of the 8, instead of going down. He was like, we have a really good story, a really concise everything. So we're changing from 10 to 8 episodes. Everybody was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Should it be backwards? You stay at 10? But I would keep House of the Dragons. I would reboot X-Men Evolution solely to get an upgraded animated style, because X-Men Evolution is, I believe, to me, that's my favorite X-Men animated thing. I think it's the best one. In my opinion, it's the best one because I feel like that one, they dedicated so much time to like the characters, not only designs, but like backstories, how they interact. Like, honestly, nobody in there, for the most part, outside maybe a few characters, had like weak stories. Like, I grew
up on that show.
Yeah, I think they also had the best rogue in there. Well, actually, second best. I think.
What show you think had the best rogue?
The older one.
Yeah,
I think that one. I think she edges her out a little bit, but the design for that role, X-Men Evolution, I think I like her design the best.
Yeah.
And I like the way the characters in X-Men Evolution where it was like clear, distinct of like these are teachers, these are students. It's not that interchange weird shit of like niggas getting in relationships, all that shit. It's like these are specifically students at high school. I kind of like that. Play on it. And the movies, well, not movies, but like I had a full season when they introduced Cyclops' brother, Havoc.
Havoc.
Yeah, no, that sequence was hard, but yeah. So I would reboot that one. The show I'm canceling, I'm canceling Grey's Anatomy. That show, I don't. It's no reason a show about some incompetent doctors need to be going on for 30 years. These are the worst doctors in fucking America. Why is it that every time something happens at that hospital, it's a fucking world-ending event? Why the fuck is there a terrorist attacking a hospital? Why the hell this nigga fucked up an operation? The lady's husband came back with a gun and started shooting them. I said, bro, what is going on in this show? It's plane crashes. It's helicopters going off. Fucking one dude got like charboiled. I said, bro, this show is like some weird. Somebody made this show with a fever dream. Like this show is not good. They've been operating on shit for 30 damn years. Like, nah, cancel that shit, bro. It's a lot of people that like Grey's Anatomy too. That's why it's still going. And I don't understand why that show is dumb. I think maybe outside that first season, maybe. I think I seen the first season and I was like, yeah, this is not for me. So yeah, I would definitely get rid of that one.
Okay, we just kind of shook some tables right there, but it's all good. So next we have a anime version of this. So for my keep it, I'm keeping. So originally I had One Piece on there, but I'm like that's a little too easy because that's a given. Mm-hmm. But so then I was like, it's another show that I think deserves to be kept. I would pick JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I think that I would keep that show how it is. I'm rebooting Seven Deadly Sins. And the reason why is there's no way the manga anime drop off is that much. Like, it's that big of a gap. So I think it deserves a retelling of like, and plus the animation didn't really do it justice. I think the animation hurt it a lot because that Meliodas Escanor fight should have broke the internet, and it broke the internet for the wrong reasons.
That shit broke PowerPoint. I know that. Shit was made by a 10-year-old.
So I think it deserves like reanimation, retelling, and a rehashing of the story. So I would reboot that, and I'm canceling. It's a tie between these two because I think one of them is the worst anime ever made, and the other one has the worst main character ever of an anime.
You said one is the worst anime ever made? What is it?
I think it is. I think it's the worst anime ever made. Yasuke. That show needs to be.
Oh, yeah. Burn
Yasuke. That shit should have never made it out of the studio. And this is another hot take. I don't think Lakeith Stanfield can act, personally.
That is a hot take. He's very,
if you think about it, he don't really got a lot of range.
He's very monotone. Like,
very monotone.
He talks is like the same in everything almost. And then what was the other one? Other anime you said you would cancel?
The other one I'll cancel is Tokyo Revengers.
No. Well, I know exactly. Now that you said that, I know exactly what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
Takamichi is the worst main character. He ruins that show by his damn self.
That nigga.
That I'm canceling that show. I don't care. This is not like he like I'll be excited for the shit and then he just be getting his ass beat. And one thing I
Bro.
cannot stand is a main, especially like with I'll say like an action style show. One thing I could not
It's not action.
stand.
It's time travel.
They still fighting in boxing.
Bro.
I could not stand a main character that be
Bro.
getting his ass beat
Y'all
and
got
just don't get better.
look. That is true. But at the same look, I will not deny Takamichi do be getting whooped. And I said it too. I said this nigga is not box at all. I've said it a lot of times. I said this nigga suck. But outside of that, he's the only nigga that is going back in time multiple times to try to save all these stupid niggas. He's the only. Imagine seeing your girl get slatted and you just like, fuck, I gotta go back in time again. I gotta try to change this. You seeing this shit over and over. You seeing your friends get killed. You think, yeah, okay, I gotta go back and try to change this now. Like over again, like, nah, he got some nuts on him, man. Pause. But because to do that over and over again and not just be like, man, fuck it. It's just gonna have to be how it is. Like,
Nah, my thing is like he still suck because he don't be every time he comes back the shit is worse.
yeah, because the
Am I
niggas make
lying?
it worse. The niggas make it worse.
So he doesn't have any play in that.
Nah, bro.
Yes.
Nah.
Nah, it's just that show can get canceled.
Nah.
But it's not worse than Yasuke. I'll give it that. It's just like Takamichi is just not it. He's not that guy. Like I understand like you said. I give him credit for having the courage and the ability to like go and save your friends and try to like get a perfect future. I understand that. That's admirable. But you tell me every time you come back, it's some other shit.
Yeah. You change the timeline, something gonna happen.
It's just like you not doing shit. Just give up.
You said just give up. See, nah, bro.
Yeah.
If he gave up, then he'd be even a worse character. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He gotta keep going.
He can't get much lower. He's pretty low on the totem. But yeah, dog. That's my 3. Well, I guess it'd be 4, but
Yeah.
that's my 3.
All right. Off the dome, I would say for my anime ones with keep, reboot, or cancel, I would keep Bungo Stray Dogs. This show is too good to do anything else with. As I said earlier, I would reboot Akame Ga Kill because I would reboot 2, and I'm gonna say both of them. I'll reboot Akame Ga Kill, and they're both for the same reason because the anime is good. Anime is good out by itself. I'll say that it's good by itself. But the manga is so much better, and it adds a lot more context to stuff because it kind of in the anime glosses over a lot of things that add more emphasis to characters. So I would reboot Akame Ga Kill and follow the manga specifically because while in that show a lot of people dies, and in the manga it's the same way, a lot of people dies, but it's like one less person that dies in the manga, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So I would do the manga. The other one I would reboot is The Promised Neverland. Gods, when I tell you, I read that whole story after the first season. I said, "Oh man!" I said, "This second season is gonna be incredible," because they got this one arc called, what was it, Goldie Pond? That whole was like the Hunger Games mixed with something else. And I said, "Bro, this is gas." I said, "They animate this; it's gonna go crazy on the internet, and like people gonna really like this show." Nigga, we got to that second season. They cut out 3 or 4 arcs. they cut out like a intricate main character that shows up, and I said, "Ain't no way y'all doing this to me right now." I said, I done told people. I said, I put my reputation on the line for this show.
Because you told me. I still haven't finished it yet. I'm not going to.
Yeah, don't watch the second season. I put my reputation on. I'm telling people, I said, bro, once they get to this second season, bro, they're gonna introduce this one character, then they're gonna go into this survival type thing, and then it's gonna be like a war. I said, bro, this shit is crazy. Nigga, they got to the second season. I said, I watched 2 episodes and said, I'm never finishing this. I said, you would not taint my memory of the manga. So, yeah, man, they dropped the ball because that first season came out so good. It was following everything right. I said, bro, this is a banger. They just dropped the ball. So, yeah, I would reboot it. Give it the Brotherhood type effect where it's like retelling of the manga. And then show I could cancel. I cancel Naruto. I'm joking.
I was like,
hey, niggas would have
there's no way you just said that with a moment.
Said it with a straight face. Nah, I would have canceled Naruto. I'm joking. I would cancel. What is outside of Yasuke? What's something I'd probably cancel 7 Deadly Sins.
See, I'm not necessarily against that, but my reasoning for rebooting it is the same reason you would reboot Promised Neverland.
Yeah.
And
they didn't do it justice.
Akame got killed. It was like they didn't do the manga justice. So I feel like it deserves another chance at doing it right. But I'm not necessarily mad that you chose to cancel it because I'm like the anime was just not.
Yeah, like after that season, I know they're doing like I think it's like their kids now. I think that's what it is. Like this new.
Yeah, I know when they doing something different in like Netflix. Like there's some Netflix specials.
Yeah, but that original one, yeah, just scrap it up, put a bow on it, just put it in the storage unit.
Yeah, like Escanor can only carry the show so much.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be my 4-ish, 3 or 4.
Okay, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Bro, the Naruto one.
No, if you were dead ass, I'm like, I said it and I just explain yourself.
What if I said it and I just said, all right, we're ending the show?
The way niggas would come at the show.
You know what's crazy? I'll tell you after we're done. But yeah,
okay. I was like getting our bags. Unless you had another question or
nah, that was all.
Okay. The next is final segment, our redacted rules. So for those who are new, and it's been a minute, so we'll tell it again like we always do, but we'll give a rule to live by at the end of the show. That we come up with. It can be as deep as, have knowledge of self, or as less deep as, drink water every day. So, Feeq, did you want to give this one?
Yeah, I'll do this one. I'll say for redacted rule number, who knows what? Don't hate watch.
Yes.
Don't hate watch. That can be with movies. That could be with what content people have put out. That could be I don't know. If you're a weirdo and hate on your friends, don't hate watch. That's all I gotta say.
I agree. This is not healthy, and it's not a sustainable form of content because you can only hate so hard on something for so long.
Yeah.
And it's like, I was telling you and Jax this. The niggas that are hate watching are not achieving the results that they think that they are.
It's not the oh I gotcha moment. You're still fueling their pockets. So
exactly, really, they're not looking at, because these companies are not looking at ratings. They're looking at
revenue.
They're looking at revenue and viewership. How many eyeballs are watching the show, and how much money is it putting in our pockets?
Yeah.
That's what talks. They not looking at YouTube videos or TikToks or IG reels of niggas dissecting episodes of. Prime example of why did I just blank her name? Velma. Niggas are not watching shows of Velma. Hate watching this shit. And they're like, whoa, I guess niggas didn't like the show. They looking at how many people are watching the show like, wow, they're really liking it. They're viewing it. Let's make another season.
Yeah, that's also all about numbers, whether that's money or
It's all about
viewership.
numbers. It's like y'all are not getting y'all not yielding the results y'all think y'all are.
Exactly.
But with that being said, it's been another episode of the Redacted Show. Thank you guys for staying with us, rocking with us.
Make sure you like. I was about to say comment, subscribe. Make sure you like episodes on whatever listening platform you're on. Rate us 5 stars, 4 stars, whatever stars you want. Rate us 5 stars before I come find you.
Yes, you don't have a choice.
Yeah. Yeah, keep rocking with us. We'll rock with y'all. And I think that's all I got to say.
Yeah, we'll try to be more consistent this time. We got some content coming for you guys. And with that being said, it's been your boy, Dana Dane.
It's been your boy, Feeq.
And we out.
Peace.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4 or 5, jump in and ask my crew. Yeah, I'm stepping with a fed, keeping all of the hoes on mute. Pull a little perk, could be yellow with a brew. 48 vert, quick burst. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cue. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cut. Chris make juice to the drop like ink. Chain came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Parator came with a mink. Tricones white like paint. My hoe by the hoe, cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Cellular right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a basic hoe making Alfredo. I put a bag on a hoe on my payroll. I get active at night, then I lay low. The salmon was breaded with panko. Struck in my soup, I believe it was Mako. Got my Soviet clutching the Draco. It was bacon, we taking